go to Weasel, cause the Weasel say, pop, yeah, come.
Yeah. Half a pound of tuppenny rice, half a pound of treacle. That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the weasel.
You're going to be a successful WWF villain hated by millions.
Marty O'Neill, great guy. So I had a picture in my pocket once of two lesbians together. I said, you know what I'm going to use on Crusher tonight? What? He said. Took the picture. I said, look at that. Marty went. I would say he's in trouble because I've never seen nothing like this. Thank you, Marty. Remember Wally would come on TV and say, Wally, if you want this match, this is how much it's going to cost you. I'd write down a piece of paper and Wally go, oh, pal. I'd write, you, Wally. He'd go, oh, pal. Oh, yeah. Wally, I met him at the LPWA pay-per-view. TV character's kind of bumbling and not very bright. Who, Wally? Yeah. Well, he was nervous because they would yell at him. So, one day, they got Ivan Putski, who comes in as a, the dummy in the underwear and plays with the toys. Remember the gimmick? The Igor gimmick. So he's talking on Dobra and TV and everything. And Marty O'Neill trying to interview him, and he speaks Polish. His real name is Joe Bednarski. He's San Antonio, Texas. But he's Polish. Wally's Polish, and everybody knows it. So Vern tells Wally what to say. So Marty O'Neill says, Wally, can I get Wally over for a minute? Wally, you're of Polish descent, aren't you? Yes, Dender. And he says, would you, I'm trying to find out about Mr. Putski here. I'm trying to find out how much he weighs. Could you ask him? Wally turns to Putski and he says, how much you weigh? Same Vern. Vern was in the back, he went like that. Twice he erupted. How much you weigh? I told Vern, I said, you didn't think he was going to do it, right? Did you really? I said, you can't be mad at him. You send him out there every week to do this, and he screws up and you get mad. Then don't send him. How much do you weigh? How much you weigh? I remember, I'd hear him on TV and he'd do he'd mix up Stanley Blackwell and Stanley Blackburn and Jerry Blackwell. Oh, yeah. Stanley Blackwell, and then Leo Nomalini. He could never get that name out. Leo Nominelli. But that was the beauty of Wally. That's why everybody loved Wally. Oh, I know. I missed the business. So when they moved the office from the Dykeman out to Shore, I killed Wally. Over 50 years, he roamed downtown. He knew everybody in every store. He knew every bank teller. He knew every bartender, every waiter. He knew every hooker. He knew every street person. He knew every paper man. He knew everybody. Now he's out in the country in a big building. It wasn't fun anymore for Wally. His life was the hotel. He loved that Dykeman Hotel. He got me a room that way. He said, Wally, I take care of you. I get you a good rate here, pal. I don't know what it was, $30, 40 in those days. I get to my room, I pull the curtain back and look out. It's a wall. No window in the room. It's just a curtain. Thanks, Wally. Then my father-in-law was killed in an accident, so my mother-in-law gives me his car. He's a little Mazda station wagon. It was a stick, and it had four-wheel drive, but it was going to work in Minnesota up here. But it was an old one. So Wally says, you know, pal, I need a car for the lake. I said, I got just a car for you. How much you want? He said, give me $1,000. He said, okay. A week later, Wally comes and gets me a check for $900. I said, $1,000, Wally. You said 9. Now, I'm not going to argue with it because I know he's going to get, if he gets me 1,000, he'll get the 100 back for my paycheck somewhere. I said, forget it. I look at the check he gave me. It's from the Minneapolis Boxing and Wrestling Club. Paid to Bobby Heenan $900. I've got to pay tax on this now. He wrote it from the company. Vern bought Wally my car. Now I have to pay tax on the money. That was Wally. Yeah. Then when they arrested him with the hot TVs? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What happened? He got a call from some guy, and the guy said, "I'm a friend I'm going to send. I need some money. Can you help the guy out?" Wally always helped us. Wally always bailed people out. And wasn't a dishonest man. No. Except about paying us and lying about that. He was a liar. Yeah. But that was fine. Because he lied so beautifully that you could catch him. Yeah. And it was more fun when he got caught. Yeah. So the guy came by and Wally gave him a couple $100. The guy said, "Hey, I got a TV at so you want to buy a TV?" So Wally said, "Okay. How much?" He said, "Give me $100 for it." So Wally gave the guy $100. He didn't know if it was the guy's TV or what. Figured the guy was on the skid. Well, the cops come and arrest the guy because the guy stole the TV. And then he got Wally. Well, that night when the Civic Center in St. Paul, it was all over the papers, remember? Wally walks out the Civic Center, everybody says, "Wally, Wally." It was over. So I told him, I said, you want to get rid of Vern? It's easy. He said, "How?" I said, "You go to Kmart. You buy yourself 5 TVs. And then when Vern's in town, you take him over and put him in Vern's barn. And then you tell the cops, I can turn you on to Mr. Big." And he said to me, "I don't know anybody with a truck." Wow. I remember there was a referee named George Gaddafi. Rap Iron George Gaddafi. Good guy. Always in shape, always real. He was like a pushover, but he wasn't. He was tough. Vern and Wally were always complaining to him that how much money it took to keep that ring up, the maintenance. He said, "Well, these are big guys. And the ring is put up with 4 posts and a shell around it, and then the boards are laid across it, and then plywood. And they're all cut in sections. And they do get broke sometimes. And Wally said, "Boy, this is costing us money. You're always putting in for new wood, new this and that." George said, "Well, then you take the ring up, Wally." "Oh, damn it, then you take it." And they argue like that all the time. Well, George had a brain tumor and died. George would make every town. He'd be the first one there, set the ring up at noon, wrestle, drive that night all by himself, Chicago to Bismarck. You get there at night, ring all set up. And always could depend on George. So Vern goes to the funeral. Vern and Wally go to George's funeral, and afterwards everybody comes back to the house for cake and coffee. And Vern's standing outside for the longest time, and no one knows why. He is looking at this huge barn that George built with all his wood that he put in for from the ring. George had built himself a huge barn out of Vern's wood. And Vern just stood on it and just kept watching. "That's my wood. That's my wood." They called Wally. Wally said, "Well, no, George is dead." He didn't understand anything. They used to call Wally Head and Shoulders. He always had dandruff, remember? He had no hair, but he had dandruff. I told Vern, I said, "You beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him."